Imagine this, a crowded subway station, people rushing past, the sound of footsteps, announcements, and impatient sighs filling the air. In the middle of all that chaos, a woman sat on the cold floor, her breaths short, shallow, and uneven. Her hands trembled as she tried to hold her chest, tears streaming silently down her cheeks. Yet nobody stopped. They looked, they whispered, but they kept moving. Everyone ignored her. Until one man noticed. That man was Daniel, a single father barely getting by. His life was a storm of bills, long shifts, and sleepless nights. His clothes were worn, his shoes nearly falling apart, and he carried a grocery bag filled with the cheapest food he could find. He wasn't rich, he wasn't powerful, he was just a struggling dad doing his best for his little girl, Lily. But when he saw the woman on the floor, his instincts as a father, as a human, kicked in. He dropped his bag, knelt beside her, and spoke softly. "Hey, you're okay. Just breathe with me, alright? Look at me. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Like this." His calm voice cut through the noise around them. She tried to copy, her chest still shaking, but slowly, with his steady presence, her breathing started to match his. He gave her his water bottle, placed his jacket under her so the cold floor wouldn't hurt, and stayed by her side until her panic softened. Tears filled her eyes again, not from fear this time, but from relief. She whispered, "Thank you." No one even stopped. Daniel smiled gently, brushing it off. "I couldn't just walk away. I've been where you are. Maybe not the same way, but I know what it feels like to not be okay." He didn't ask her who she was, where she lived, or what she did. He didn't ask for her number, or for anything in return. He simply picked up his groceries, gave her one last reassuring smile, and left, because Lily was waiting at home for dinner. To him, it was just what any decent person would have done. But to her, it was everything. What Daniel didn't know was that the woman he had helped, Sophie, was a millionaire. A quiet, wealthy businesswoman who had built an empire but carried her loneliness and anxiety silently. She had all the money in the world, yet no one in that busy subway station cared enough to kneel beside her, except him, a man with almost nothing. That night, she couldn't stop thinking about him. Not his worn shoes or tired eyes, but the kindness he showed without hesitation. The next day, Sophie decided to find him. It wasn't easy, but fate has its way of weaving lives together. She spotted him outside a small daycare, holding Lily's hand. The little girl had bright eyes but clothes that were clearly hand-me-downs. Daniel carried her backpack as if it was the most precious thing in the world. Sophie's heart clenched, she saw the love, the struggle, and the quiet strength in him. Gathering courage, she approached him. Daniel looked surprised, then worried. "Are you okay? Did something happen again?" he asked instantly, his protective nature showing once more. She smiled softly. "I'm okay, thanks to you. I couldn't leave things like that. You helped me when no one else did. And I want to help you now." He shook his head. No, please. I didn't do it for anything in return. I just did what was right." But Sophie didn't give up. Over the next few weeks, she found ways to be around Daniel and Lily, sometimes bringing little gifts for the girl, sometimes helping Daniel with job leads, sometimes simply sharing a meal. Slowly, Daniel realized she wasn't offering pity, she was offering genuine friendship. And with that friendship came hope. When Sophie eventually revealed who she truly was, a millionaire with influence and resources, Daniel was stunned. He had never imagined someone like her would even notice a man like him. But Sophie looked at him with sincerity and said, "Money didn't save me that day in the subway. You did. And I want to use what I have to make sure you and Lily never struggle like that again." At first, his pride held him back. He didn't want handouts. But Sophie didn't see him as a charity case, she saw him as a man who had given her back her breath when she thought she was drowning. She offered him an opportunity, not pity, a steady job, a chance to use his skills, and the security Lily deserved. Daniel accepted, not for himself, but for his daughter. And in time, what began as gratitude turned into something deeper. Sophie found in him the kindness she had always longed for, and he found in her the stability and warmth he had thought was lost forever. Their story wasn't just about wealth meeting struggle, it was about humanity, compassion, and the truth that sometimes the richest people are the ones with the biggest hearts, not the biggest bank accounts. And maybe, just maybe, this story is the reminder we all need that one small act of kindness can change everything. So, if this story touched you, if you believe kindness is never wasted, take a moment right now, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with someone who needs hope today.